Don't look under the internet.
Winners, penises. We're recording. Winners, penises, boners, winners, butthole.
That thing he's rolling.
Shitty.
Oh yeah.
Shitty
Hey,
poo-poo.
Matt, you ready? 3, 2, 1. Cool.
That did it.
Okay.
How are you guys doing? How are your penises today? Do they feel soft and spongy?
After
My
that,
penis is functioning normally.
Normal
after I
capacity?
took that piss, it feels way better.
Chocolate rain.
Welcome to Don't Look Under the Internet, everyone, where we make references
The
to the
weirdest
chocolate
intro.
rain guy.
Goddamn.
That's Jason.
Hello.
That's Matt/Moot.
I am here.
That's Doug.
Hi.
And I'm Chet, you betcha. Some guy from
That's the
Fairly Odd Parents. I think I've used that one before.
no. You used
Doug Dimmadome, or the Dimsdale Dimmadome.
You've used that one and also the fucking the Arnold Schwarzenegger fairy.
Oh, Jorgen von Strangle.
Yeah, that one.
that's right.
You know.
Timmy Turner.
Yes.
Um,
That's the exact line you used too. Good.
Good.
We're all on the same page.
so here's the thing, boys and girls.
What is
We're
the
recording this one. It's a back-to-back, so we don't have any new patrons to shout out because for you it's been a whole week. For us, it's been like 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Yeah.
So we just want to go ahead and elaborate on that.
That's 100% you. I want you to know that.
Yeah, and he's short too.
Guys, join our Discord because we might make some commentary because we put our fucking Discord's commentary up on the screen. It's fucking hilarious. So go check that out.
This is gonna be a fun one because this is part 2 to there's folks in my home.
There's folks in the Midwestern version of this house has people in it.
There's idiots in this.
There's some folks in my house.
There
here.
are idiots in this basement.
And this episode keeps going on way too long when they're supposed to be leaving.
Yeah, that could be the new Diluti tagline. Is really like this episode's too long. Is really what it is. So guys, before you fucking jump into this one, I know everyone's excited about new Don't Look Under the Internet. If you did not listen to part 1 last week, please go the fuck back and listen.
Yeah,
it's very, very, very important. I will give a brief, very, very, very basic overview of the things you might have to know, but
There's a bear.
there is a bear, and you need
He's
to know
unedited.
where. He's not edited. You need to know where he is. Go back. Listen to part 1 first,
Fully
please.
uncensored bear.
Yes, there's no censoring.
Nude
on
bear.
This podcast. The bear is naked. But yeah, go back, listen to it. We provide a ton of setup information, and that will make every piece of information that you are going to hear on this episode that much sweeter.
Yeah, you can find all the info at nakedbears.com,
Or lemonparty.org or whatever the fuck it is.
subgirl.exe.
Yeah. So should I do just a real quick, just TLDR of like what we've talked about?
Sure.
Cool. Last episode, there was a bear and also some drugs, and people hallucinated and experienced reality differently than other people. Also, one of those people was part of a family who is a part of the family who is a part of this house has people in it. You can see their pictures everywhere. There's a birthday party happening. No one knows what the fuck is going on. There's a girl named Madison who gets sucked through the fucking floor. A repairman that was hired to do a job in the basement is also recruited to help them pull said girl through the floor. Again,
Or push her back through.
or push her back up through it. All you need to know is these people are experiencing reality at different frames, I guess is a good way to put it.
These people, they have people in their house.
These people have people in their house. There's a bunch of security cameras that are watching what they do. They have a son named Jackson who was also a son in this
bear has people in him.
This bear has footage in it. No, unedited footage of a bear. It's
They
the
should
same
have
son
gotten
there.
the bear to eat the people. And then none of this would have happened.
Everyone here may or may not be on the drug Claradrill, which is, again,
The drug clitter drill? Is that what you just said?
Claradrill.
I heard clitter drill.
Clitoris drill.
That's a move that I haven't taught you yet, Mike.
I'm getting there.
As you guys will see in this footage, it's security cam footage. There is a birthday party going on, except something very weird is happening to what looks like the oldest child, who is being glued/sucked through the floor. There's a cartoon cat involved. There's a deer in the backyard. There is a fucking weird ass old naked lady in a dingy ass basement or garage that's trying to get some people. Like, please just go the fuck back. Go to part 1. I don't want to have to go through all this
Does
again.
anybody else, when you hear the repairman, think of Kel Mitchell from All That? I'm repairman, man.
Holy shit! Yeah.
That's a dated
He has
reference
a name.
right there.
No
His
idea.
name is Dennis.
Not gonna lie, I just watched all that on Netflix.
Hell yeah, dude.
That was my I'm going to bed show that I put on. Solid. Checks out.
Hell yeah.
Totally
Hell yeah.
checks out. Do yourself a favor. Watch some
Watch
Lori
some all that.
Denberg.
Unfortunately, we're not talking about all that tonight.
We should though at some point, right?
Yeah.
For no
Bonus
reason.
episode, we can go into 90s nostalgia. I'm game for that. But today, we are moving on to the next section of this ridiculous fucking, I don't know what to call it, an experience? I know it's an ARG for sure, but like, it's out there. It's one of the most involved pieces of media that we have covered. There are so many connecting legs to this. If spiders,
It's engrossing as fuck.
If
Yes.
Spider had
if Spider had puss,
Thank
it would
you.
have 72 of them. So again, from part 1, we've gone over the footage from the main video. We've told you everything that you possibly could need to know about it. The very last clip, the very last 5 seconds of it, you see a bunch of information, but the main one being a website to AB Solutions, which seems to be a surveillance company. It's surveilling what? I'm not sure, but it is called AB Surveillance Solutions, LLC. So this is the About Us page. So if you were to go to www.absolutions.com, here's what you would read if you clicked on the About Us tab. AB Surveillance Solutions, LLC, is a limited liability corporation operating out of a highly secured bunker
same.
located in one of America's sovereign territories. We are patriotic Americans. We believe that all people, if they can afford to, should have an equal opportunity to discover the secrets of others, while keeping their own personal secrets 100% secured, or vice versa.
If you bring up my secrets, I swear to God.
Whether you'd like to know something about something that's happening, or if there's something about something you would never want anyone to know, we are your company. Our mission is to simply increase or decrease awareness of things by any means necessary. What things, you ask? Exactly. That's the About Us.
That
So
sounds like
what I
our motto. It either will
Yes.
or won't happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
It gives you all the fucking options.
But whatever it is,
This is the biggest block of text that I've seen or read on air that literally doesn't say anything. Nothing has been said here.
very similar to some of the the little warnings at the bottom of the Claradrill commercial.
Yes, very, very, very similar. The only thing that we can say for sure is this website is.
Is that
That's it.
Is that merch idea? Like on the front it says it either will,
On the
and
back,
then on
it
the back it
says,
says or it won't.
Fuck it. Make a shirt. We'll see who buys it.
No one.
But so this is an introduction.
Well, they might or they might not.
Exactly.
All right,
See?
that's it. I'm done.
God damn it. So this is the About Us section on the AB Surveillance Solutions website. I mean, it looks pretty fucking legit. What is happening right now?
I totally stepped on the cord for.
Did you almost unplug it?
Well, no, it like shot this way and then leaned forward, and I was like,
There's ghosts.
in the cocaine.
So if any of you can tell me exactly what that fucking means, the About Us section. If you can tell me definitively what the fuck they're saying there, I personally will send you a 10-cent gift card to Kmart.
Well, I'm pretty sure what
pretty
they're
good
saying
deal.
is
They
that
still
either
have those?
is.
Don't shut up, Matt.
No.
Don't ask questions
Wait,
because the answer is no.
are there still Kmart's?
No. I think there's actually
Ours is
one,
gone.
but
Ours is an apartment complex now.
I'm sorry. What was your question, Doug?
It's only H Mart now.
H Mart. I do have one of those by my old apartment.
Sucks to suck.
But yeah, no, that whole About Us section does not tell us shit. The only thing it says is that AB Surveillance Solutions is a surveillance company. Now, I will say one thing. When I was exploring the Reddit r/AB Surveillance Solutions, there are a lot of very confused people there that think that AB Surveillance Solutions is like an actual surveillance site, and they're asking actual surveillance questions. And everybody's like, I don't think you're in the right place. And they're like, oh, where is the right place? Like, well, fuck, we don't know.
Not here.
Not here at all. So let's move on because that said nothing, right? We're all in agreement. Nothing was said.
I don't
there.
know. I think maybe it connects to some theories
It-
that we'll go over later.
The nonsensicality of it does connect to a few theories for fucking sure. The FAQ, that's another. So everyone knows an FAQ is a place for the idiots to go, the idiots about a certain topic to go to find out the answers to some questions that they might have before either purchasing or investing or what have you. So let's turn there. Here's a couple of questions that have been asked.
What color is my underwear?
None.
You'll know that if you
Does
surveil
spider
me
have
enough.
puss?
Oh, damn it, Matt.
Does spider have puss?
I was just about to do that one.
I wish that were a question. But the first one of the first ones being, I have a really, really difficult surveillance problem. Can you solve it?
No.
And the response is yes. We have never encountered a problem too big or too small to solve. All of our solutions come with a lifetime guarantee. Our technicians are dedicated to the solution of your problem and are available 24 hours a day, 365 days a year for the entire lifespan of your problem, with no exceptions. The lifespan of some problems may exceed that of our technicians. This is perfectly normal. To get a quote, just go back to the front page and push "Quote me."
Quote me.
Heads up, there's no button there for that at all.
I'll show you where the button for quote me is.
One of another
Is it on your clitter? What was it? Clitter,
Clitter bus?
Clitter bus? Clitterall? Clitterall is on your clitterall?
All aboard the Clitter Bus, everybody.
Another one of the very frequently asked questions is, what happens if I accidentally set off one of the alarms? It's fair, right? It's a very serious worry about a surveillance system.
Yeah, what happens?
Since our alarms can only be heard by Alpha Customer 1, we are not legally obligated to alert the police or fire department during the event of a sound release. If for any reason you would like us to send an emergency technician to your location, go into the main camera 1 in room 1 and make large lateral movements with your head while reciting your personalized alert command.
Help me! Help me!
To disable alarm, please have a beta customer enact. That's not spelled right at all.
They really just called them alphas and betas right to
They
the
did,
face.
yeah, they just said fuck it. To
Have a
disable,
little bitch customer.
to disable alarm, please have the beta customer enact the main quieting gesture sequence, or MQGS, in front of any camera at the address. Once the full sequence is complete, all alarms will be disabled. To re-enable, have beta customer repeat the MQGS in a reverse sequence. Not confusing at all.
So is it like doing the
Like a
Macarena to turn it
sobriety
off?
test.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Is it doing the Macarena to turn it off and the reverse Macarena to turn it back on?
Yeah, exactly.
But you have to sing the song backwards.
Yep. Syllables and everything.
I dare you dare you to try this, but the Macarena goes with any song. Any song. Just listen to a song and do the Macarena.
The dance
works.
So I want you to know that you just erased every piece of information that I thought I was going to talk about. Now I'm just thinking of the Macarena and how it goes in reverse.
Take out song.
Or how it goes with fucking, like, Slipknot. Wait and Bleed. No, it totally does. God damn it.
It will.
Motherfucker. On to products. Let's talk about the products.
Be what it do, you
Do what it is. Let's talk about the products that AB Surveillance Solutions sells, shall we?
They sell you. You're the product. You sheep. Wake up. You sheep in the capitalist machine.
I'm gonna fucking just rip the Band-Aid off. None of these products exist, and none of them lead to sensical locations.
That means you don't exist.
Most of these lead to things like shotgun shells or like bubble wrap at one point. There's one that is a bear.
There's
which
also
is into, I'm assuming, alludes to unedited footage. I'm assuming.
I just saw something today that new bubble wrap that's coming out won't pop.
Oh, that's already out.
Why would they? What? The only redeeming quality of bubble wrap is that it pops and protects your shit, I guess. But
everyone was sad on that one.
God damn it. So to distract you from that sad piece of information, you guys want to talk about some of the products you can order from AB Surveillance Solutions?
Yes, please.
Cool.
I guess.
First one is the ENS RCX07. Hey, heads up, that's not real. Not even remotely close to real. You're not going to get a whole lot if you Google search that. The next one is one of my favorites called the X32 MK1 Wall Grizzler. The only thing you will get searching that is either pictures or information about bears. That's it. Have not seen what this thing looks like. Will not see what this thing looks like.
They're ripping you apart to protect what's theirs.
The next
Evil bears with deadly
I cannot
stares.
believe you just quoted Necrogoblicon. That's amazing. The next one we see is the Toilet 2900.
I want that.
Now, that's not a real product, but you can guess where that goes.
My sump pump.
Exactly. And there's a few others here. There's some audio equipment, such as the Ears Mic 4, which again is not real. None of these fucking things are real. The best one is the very last piece of audio equipment, which is the Wasp-Buzz. Fucking love it. And it says, for more information on anything we offer, use a popular search engine. No help, just fucking you figure it out.
You figure it out.
Like Microsoft Edge, the best search
Exactly.
engine that's ever been
Use
made.
Opera.
Now, you guys might be wondering,
Ask
is there any rhyme or reason to any of these things I'm talking about? And the answer is probably not. But this website does serve a very, very, very important function. And if you will notice, one of the first things you see at the very top of the page is a login that says username and password. Now, if you guys were paying attention to part one of this, you will already know what to put into those fields. But if you were like 99.999 repeating percent of the population, you probably fucking don't. So I'm here to tell you. Do you guys remember the number designated to the family that we are monitoring?
00437.
Yep, 00437. That is the username.
437.
And the password.
75309.
Call 8437 for your
Jenny.
come on her.
The password. So the username is 00437, right? The password is bedsheets.
Oh, I thought it was Peter Francis Geraci.
That's close. But you can find this fucking password. Go ahead, Mike. I'm sure you had something important to say.
If you want, if it's your cash and you want it now,
Call JG
Password is bedsheets, and so if you watch This House Has People in It, the first time the repairman comes upstairs, you will see him standing in front of the fridge, and you will see the word bedsheets right above his head. Now, how the fuck would you know to put this in here? You probably won't. So underneath the login information, you see a little link called Forgot Password.
Yeah, which
You
didn't
click-
work for me.
Oh, it did for me.
Oh.
You click it, send an email. It sends an email to whoever's moderating this, and it's already auto-typed the text, I forgot my username / password. They will send an email back to you that says, hello, user 00437. Your password for this account is the word bedsheets. So
Can
to go ahead
can I
and-
bring something up that
You can
kind
try.
of ties into bears and footage of bears?
Bears, some bears.
So, as Jason has mentioned, you kind of have to be a little cognizant of the words and the things you're seeing in the backgrounds of some of these videos, which I'm sure you'll go over some more of that. But one of the things that you're going to see that ties in slightly to this is there's actually a shot of on the, I think it's the washing or the dishwasher. It says beans.
Yeah, beans.
And that actually ties into my videos from the first episode. You'll see the word beans on a little jar in a clip where where the doppelganger's on the phone.
Yep.
And you'll also see it in the kid's room in the basement. It says "Cool Beans"
Cool
on the
Beans.
poster.
Cut off kind of. Yeah.
I don't really know what the fuck that has to do with
I
anything.
think the creator just has an unhealthy obsession with beans, much like some of our friends. Like I get it.
Yeah.
I had a phase where for a month and a half I filled random objects with beans because I thought it was funny.
Like wet beans?
Yeah, like wet
Just
beans.
like out of a can.
Yeah, like Bush's baked beans. Like it just poured them into shit.
No, it was all dry
condoms,
beans.
whiskey bottles, shoes. It doesn't matter.
Telephones.
Yeah. Oh fuck yeah.
Gross, man.
But no, yes.
Beans.
So just like Doug said, and much like we mentioned a bunch in the last episode, in part 1 of this, fucking be on your A game. The pause button is your friend. Hit it as much as humanly possible, and I promise you will find words in some fashion that have to do with something. But the big ones here, at least to log in to this website, again, absurveillancesolutions.com. If you are currently listening live, go ahead and go there and type in for the username 00437 and the password being bedsheets. You are going to find something very, very, very out of place. And I am not equipped to talk about that right now, but I'm sure somebody else is.
Oh, was I supposed to do that?
Yeah, you were supposed to do something, man.
That's weird.
Well, you fucking figure it out.
Yeah. No, yeah, if you go to this website and you punch in that shit and click login, you are immediately greeted with a DOS prompt. So you get a black screen, there's some login text, and then you get like an old school computer command line. And it gives you 3 options, and you just have to punch in numbers for the 3 options. The first option is logs. The second one is archives. And then the last one, if you type 0, it's quit. There is another hidden option that Jason will go, I think, over later.
Yeah, I'll go over that later.
But I'll go over what happens when you just hit 1 and bring up the logs. So whenever you do that, you get a long list of text, and you'll immediately notice that it's events that are dated with timestamps ranging throughout 2015 and I think late 2014 as well. And I won't go over every single log, but you'll notice that some of the logs have a number after them. And if you type in that number and hit enter, it will load a video that corresponds with that log entry. So I'm going to go through the videos like chronologically, and then I'll go over.
Oh fuck! Oh boy!
Yeah, there's a lot of them. There's more information in these logs and the archives that explains what the fuck is going on than there is in like the original 11-minute video. I'm going to go through the videos chronologically, and then I'll go through some of the actual text logs and like pick out some things that I thought were relevant. So the first one that appears, actually the first video you can bring up isn't even listed in the logs, but it is 00001. And if you punch in that, it brings up a video of a dude in what looks like a Sonic the Hedgehog costume, and Jason briefly mentioned this like in the actual 11-minute video, but it's a grown-ass man in what looks like children's pajamas, and it looks like he's dressed as Sonic the Hedgehog. And we'll later figure out that this is a character that's been mentioned before that's pretty important.
But for now, it's just you want to coin him.
Yeah.
You want to give him a Christian name. What is his given Christian name?
Bear me.
Betsy.
That worked out so much better than I thought it would, but you could have just gone with his actual name, but you actually came up with one. That's great.
No, yeah, Boomy's not a Christian name. What Bible are you reading?
That's a satanic
Bible
name.
of Cthulhu.
It's just, okay, yeah. The thing is named Boomy. It's Boomy the fucking cat.
Boomy the cat.
And Boomy the cat makes reappearances throughout these logs several times.
Just for ease of reference, I think.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it'd be like the cat thing, the weird spiky haired thing.
Definitely
Yeah.
not a hedgehog.
Or a cheg.
Yeah, it's
Oh, what?
Did you say or a cheg?
It's a horgeheg.
Oh.
a horde.
Got it. We're just making things up now. Okay.
Sonic the horgeheg.
Sonk the hog.
And Knuckles.
Knackles.
All right, let's get back on track.
Knuckles
Matt,
the Klitschigna.
take us away. Oh my God, we can't say that.
I wish we didn't have so much to fucking talk about because, oh my God. Okay. Keep going, Matt. I'm so sorry.
Fuck. The next video log is 1111-009, and it is a extreme close-up of Subject 6, which, as Jason mentioned earlier, is Dennis the repairman, and he's just rubbing clay on his face, and that's the whole thing. It's just Dennis with some wet clay in his hands, smushing it into his face holes. And moving on from there, we get more Dennis in 08232, where Dennis is sitting on the ground, and he's just touching his face with a blank expression. It's like he's staring off into the distance, and he's just rubbing his eyebrows very gingerly. And again, that's the whole video. No explanation of that yet, but it'll come back later.
Matt, I do have to pause for a second. I love that since you've joined, I feel like we've given you the most nonsensical parts of every topic that we've done, and you are such a fucking trooper for going over it.
I should just have a segment where I just say things that don't make any sense, refuse to elaborate, and leave.
It'd fit.
It'd be amazing, actually.
I'd drink to that.
Yeah, I think we could make that work.
Bonus galore.
Yeah, that should be a Patreon tier. I just say things, explain situations with characters that have no background.
It's just called
and then
Moot
just
Says.
leave.
That's it. All right, sorry. I'm done derailing. We can't do this episode. I'm so sorry.
Fuck. 00949. We have so much to cover. This one has Tom, who is subject 2, who is the father in the household, and this video is fucking creepy because he's in his son Jackson's bedroom, and he takes a shirt that clearly belongs to Jackson, and he pulls it on over his shirt, and then he just lays down in Jackson's bed, and then he like stands around in the room for a little bit and like pretends to shoot some hoops, and then he sits down at a desk and starts doodling Boomy the cat, and that's that one. He also he also yells a couple times. He's like, "Honey, honey," to make sure that Anne either isn't home or like isn't inside, because at least at this point, he obviously realizes that what he's doing is fucked up.
How can you not?
Well,
Like,
as these characters
children's clothing
devolve,
and drawing fucking cartoons.
as these characters devolve, it gets questionable what they think of anything. The next log is 66392, and it's a lot the same as the video of Dennis touching his face. And yeah, Anne's just sitting in the basement. She's touching her face. She's standing up, but she has like the same blank expression. 00147 is a video of Tom, and he's in the backyard, and he has like this old school push mower, not like a motorized one, but it's laying on the ground, and he's trying to pick it up, and it won't move off the ground. It's a lot like Madison from the birthday party video, and the video ends without him ever being able to pick it up. It's just like it's like glued to the ground with some sort of immovable.
Yeah, he gets like
force.
super frustrated, and he just like, fucking throws a tantrum and walks away.
Yeah. 00147 is, or wait, no, that was what I just read. 30002 is Anne. Yeah, it's Anne again. And then in this video, she mentions to Tom, and she's reading a book, and she says, "A character in my book died." And this is also a repeating theme with her. She's obsessed with these characters.
You just made like 4 things click for me because I don't think I saw this, but holy shit. Okay, keep going. I'm so sorry.
Is this that, because I'm waiting for you to bring it up. Is this the same video where they're just like chilling on the couch?
Yeah, it's just Tom and Ann, and they're just chilling on the couch together.
It's like 5 minutes of nothing.
Yeah.
And then finally
I thought my
like,
sound on my computer was broken.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and then she's just like, "A character in my book died." And Tom doesn't react like this is a strange thing for her to say.
She starts crying first.
Yeah.
And he's just like, what was his name?
Yeah, and he's like overly interested in it too. And then like he starts to get upset a little bit. And I don't remember what the guy's name is, but he's just like, "Poor Jeffrey."
Freddie. I think it's Freddie.
Freddie, yeah.
Poor Freddie.
And then 40234.
Oh, wait. So I had one thing I want to bring up about that video.
Yeah.
I was a little Easter egg thing I think I saw. So in that, not only...
No way.
Yeah, way.
Way, bro.
So
This is not a Christian
in that,
podcast.
that video
Stop.
is like... That video is like 9 minutes long. A good like 5 of it is just silence, and then she just starts like crying, and he's like, "Oh, who died?" And she's like, "It was Freddie." He's like, Poor Freddie.
Poor
and then
Freddie.
He starts crying and everything, and then like he starts like, is that the Prime Minister one as well, or is that a later thing?
Oh shit! Yeah, that is the Prime Minister one.
He's like,
he starts talking about like
Prime
he
Minister
starts
questions.
laughing.
Yeah,
and she's aggravated at him. She's like, "Why are you laughing?" And he's like, "Do you know what Prime Minister questions is?" And then she's like, "No," and he's like, "Well, it's when people come into British Parliament and they just start screaming questions at the Prime Minister," and he's just dying laughing, and he never explains why he thinks it's funny.
He's like before he starts cracking up and everything, like he's trying to have like small talk with Anne while she's reading her book, and he's like, "Do you want to go out for dinner tonight?" She's like, "Yeah." He's like, "How does pizza sound?" She's like, "Oh, that sounds great."
Pizza, you say?
Pizza.
Pizza.
Yeah, and then he just starts cracking up about this Prime Minister thing.
God damn it!
and then
for how long we've been talking about this?
I know.
There's one thing we haven't brought up yet.
Well, here's something
and
I'm
it's
going to bring up.
driving me fucking
Here's
nuts.
something I'm going to bring up with that video, because I don't know if you guys caught it or not. Lori actually caught it, and I was like, oh, so it adds to my running theory. Lori.
Who?
Just some broad I live with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some broad.
So then Anne like stops reading her book. She's like, "I'll go get the kids for like going out to dinner." If you look by where Tom is sitting, there's a picture on the table of him with Jackson. And Tom is wearing the exact same outfit in the picture that he is wearing during this video. It's the same, like, what is that, like a bluish or greenish button up? Yeah. And he's wearing that exact same thing in the photo as well. So
Strange. It's almost like people don't throw away their clothes after they wear them.
Well, hey, Mister,
I do every time.
This
One and done.
I'm just
One
saying,
and done.
I have
Don't
a theory.
need that no more.
No,
Anyway, that's all I had.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. No, I didn't notice that at all. Obviously, I was just gonna skim over the whole fucking like 8 minutes of the video.
Well,
so
Matt,
thank you.
do you know why you might have skipped over all of that? I think it might be because your mind is not focused.
Your mind isn't magic.
It's not.
You know what? You're right.
And
You're right. And you know what I think would set me straight?
some magic mind.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely
And
right.
what are they, Matt?
Yeah, what is magic mind?
Magic Mind is a super healthy, super natural alternative to shitty things that you put in your body. Like,
Would you
energy
say
drinks.
that it's not a sponsor?
I would say that if they weren't sponsoring this episode, we probably wouldn't be doing this ad spot. So,
Amazing.
So if I had to guess,
They
I'd
might
say
be sponsoring this episode.
this episode might be brought to you by Magic Mind. And you know what? I already went over all the shitty things you put in your body, like sugary coffee and energy drinks and things. But as a potential further consumer myself, I just want to be backed up by your personal experiences with said product.
Smooth.
Yeah, Mike, let us know your personal experience.
So I mean, I honestly, just like before, like I ran out of my like box of
Gotta
magic.
re-up.
Yeah, of Magic Mind. I am reading up. I got a new one coming, but I have noticed, like the week that I haven't taken it, I have been feeling a little bit more groggier than usual. Probably because I'm not a morning person, so right off the rip, I just feel like I did before. When I was taking the Magic Mind, it's just a little 2-ounce shot. You just hook it back.
Huck it,
and in
huck
like
it, huck it.
15 minutes, you got the energy that you need that you would have gotten from like a crappy like cup of coffee or a crappy Red Bull or something. But all this stuff, all the ingredients are like super healthy for you and super natural. And you know what? It's far more enjoyable because I'm getting just as much energy out of a little 2-ounce shot that people get out of like a 12-ounce coffee. So you're not just paying as much as that. You're not drinking as much. So you're not having to pee. And it's just, all in all, it's much better for you. The ingredients are wonderful.
They're fantastic, guys. It works out to like was it $2 or $3 like a shot or some
you got
shit?
matcha green tea in there. You got a little honey in there for a little bit of a sweet flavor.
That matcha though, that's caffeine, but without the shitty stuff that coffee
and it gives you
It's like-
some stress, and it helps with stress and anxiety.
Oh yeah,
And then it's got lion's mane's mushrooms in there, which
Chopped.
I don't even like mushrooms. Fuck mushrooms, man.
hate
But you can't even
mushrooms.
taste
I
them. in this
love
thing.
mushrooms. Fuck you
You
guys.
can't even
You're
taste
I
them.
really like mushrooms too.
And it
Thank you.
helps with inflammation.
This is the
and
first celebrity
anxiety.
battle is Matt and Doug
Oh,
versus
yeah.
Mike and Jason.
You also
Yeah, we
get
needed a topic for that.
mushrooms.
You get some turmeric. You get some vitamin C. You get some vitamin D in there as well.
I'll
you
give you
get
the
that one
vitamin
word
D.
that I can't say. What was it again? Echidna?
Not
Echidnas, yes.
echinacea.
Echinacea, which helps
Echinacea
you.
is so good for your fucking immune system. And like the mushrooms that are in there, the one thing that people don't realize that mushrooms do, and I wish I liked them more, but they reinforce the proteins that protect your neurons in your brain. And those neurons are what make you you. They're what make they fucking serve your memory. They make sure you can remember shit. They help you perform cognizant abilities. Like, it's what makes you think. So if you want to be better at being you, fucking grab some Magic Mind. It's full of these mushrooms that help reinforce those myelin sheaths. It's fucking fantastic.
Go to magicmind.co/dilutipod and then
Nope,
use
just Diluti.
right magicmind.co
/Diluti.
magicmind.co/diluti and then use promo code diluti20. You either get 40% off a subscription or you get 20% off a one-time purchase.
It's guys, it's honestly,
We highly recommend it.
Yes.
magicmind.co/diluti. Use code diluti20. Do that thing. I'll kiss you on your lips if you do it. Or I won't because
you're
COVID.
dead.
Or your dad. I will kiss your dad. I don't care about COVID on that one. I'll kiss your dad right on the lippies.
and if they don't send you a dad kiss, we will. What else do you need?
Magic Mind.
Magic Mind.
Kissing your dad.
Since 1922.
I'm sure they're really going to appreciate that.
We have to
we're-
get this approved.
Somebody please send a support email to Magic Mind and be like, it was my understanding that my father.
Yeah, one of you
receive-
guys.
We'll clip this very well for them.
No,
they
we
won't even know.
No, we won't. Guys, Magic Mind, you're welcome. That was a fantastic spot. Guys, go fucking sign up for this shit. I wish I was just blowing smoke out my ass because we got money from an ad sponsor. Honestly, like, I'm not kidding. It made me feel more alert. It woke me up in the morning, and I wasn't shaking. That's the best part.
Here's the jammy jam. We're slowly starting to take on more sponsors, but we'll always only take on sponsors for things that we try
Correct.
and like. We'll never just sell out to fucking Raid Shadow Legends or some bullshit like that. We will always test and approve of a product before showing it to you guys because we love you guys and we're not about to fucking bait and switch you.
Put
We'll at
this
least give it
in
to
your
Mike.
body and love it.
Yes. Anyway,
And
Moot,
then
back to
Mike
you.
will kiss your dad's butt.
All of those things are true.
Wah-wah-wee-wah.
Wowie zowie!
Hey, there's a segue.
You know what I love more than Magic Mind?
What do you love more than Magic Mind, Matt?
Patriotism.
Feet together, face down.
Are you sure?
Oh man,
And
Guys,
speaking of patriot,
I'm so sorry. We're stupid. I'm so sorry.
my fucking segue.
Go.
Oh,
Go.
no.
Speaking of patriotism, the next fucking I'm not even on the same page in my fucking notes that I was.
I tried to give you a minute. Oh,
Welcome to 2 episodes
yes.
in one night.
you fucking figure it out.
The thing about a Diluti two-parter is you always know the second one's going to be drunker than the first.
Way drunker.
Log 40234 is probably the funniest video. I think it's the funniest video in this series of videos. It's the whole family's sitting in their living room, and Tom is sitting on the couch, and he's like fucking around on a calculator, like an old school calculator with like the reel of paper, and he starts humming to himself, and then he slowly starts belting out this tune about a flag, and it's
like screaming.
like, yeah, he's screaming it. He's like,
not subtle.
"It's your flag! It's your flag and it's ours!"
Damn.
Like, he gets... It's like a full 2 minutes of him just screaming this. And then he starts crying.
He's so
And the rest of the
patriot.
family just... at one point, Jackson, their son, starts like to try to join in with him. And then the whole family starts saluting along with him. And that's just like... That's the end of it. It's just him screaming this
It's
patriotic
your
song about a flag. And we want it to be ours.
It's
It's
so
amazing.
fucking funny.
It's pretty good. And then the whole family salutes, and then they just sit in a moment of silence for a little bit while Tom just kind of weeps to himself.
Yeah. Sadly cries.
Yeah, like I don't know if he cries because he's upset that he's done whatever he's done, or if he's just so overcome.
He's proud to be
he's proud
an
of
American.
Or at least he knows he's free.
God damn it.
Log 07264 is a shot of Tom and Anne in their bedroom at night sleeping. This one's pretty funny too, actually. And
See, you
And-
say that, but the things that I've covered when Tom and Ann are in their bed is not fun at all. But please continue.
The way this one ends, I was cackling because they're sleeping peacefully in their bed at night, and Dennis, the repairman, just walks into the room and he starts talking to them about these repairs he made on the house, and he's just like, Tom, I wanted to let you know I used the 3/8 drywall and not the 5/8 drywall. He's just like, just check it out in the morning.
Oh, he goes right up to Anne. He's like, Anne, I just want to let you know, we're probably going to want to replace all those windows. It's going to be expensive, but it's going to save you money in the long run in the winter.
And then it ends. He goes back around to Tom's side of the bed, and he grabs Tom's phone off of his dresser, and he puts his phone down on
Yes.
Tom, and he's like, I'm just going to leave my phone here, and I'm going to take your phone. And then in the morning when you wake up, call me, and we'll talk about it. Wait, no. Call yourself, and then we'll talk about it. All right.
He's like, since you have my phone, you're gonna call me.
Was that also in the bottom left hand corner of that video? Was that the baby?
What?
There's
The
something.
baby?
There's
No.
something.
I
moving.
think-
Oh,
Wait,
It's
I couldn't
either-
tell what it was.
Boomy, or it's that creepy fucking thing.
the
that
fucking creepy ass
was-
still image from the garage / basement.
Yeah.
black
There's
and white
things
photo.
I want to ask, but I can't because I'm not sure I can give away anything yet. But
Yeah.
also, going back to your flag video, we still haven't even talked about the thing that I want to talk about, and I'm upset.
Doug, please keep your questions until the end of the presentation, and then they will all be answered.
Security.
No.
Security.
Security!
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
Yes, sir. Just a Wendy's.
I'm sorry, Matt. Keep going.
Shit. Where was I? Yeah. So he switches phones with Tom, leaves, and then after that we have video 05008, which is Tom, and he's standing at the front door of the house, inside the house.
This is so fucking funny. I fucking
And
love this video.
He's holding a saw, and he's like leaned back up against the wall, and he's like squirming around like he's lost control of his motor functions. And he like opens the door and like looks out, it's almost like he's afraid to go outside
It's
of the
almost
front
like
door.
he's afraid of the sunlight.
Yeah, something kind of, but he's also standing by a window that sunlight's coming through. So
To be fair, it's
I
also
don't-
like his face is leading his actions. It's fucking weird.
yeah, it's
Tom
very
is
strange.
So
the
fucking
best
weird.
character in this whole
Yes.
thing.
Well, he's
hands
also kind
down.
of a shithead, but
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. But he drives.
He went full lunatic cultist at the end of fucking the actual video that we talked about, and now we see him just face planting into closets and trading saws for pizza. Like it's
yeah.
ugh.
Yeah, that's the next thing that happens is while he's standing there, Anne walks up to him and hands him an empty pizza box, and he just opens it, spits into it, and then closes it. And I think he hands her the saw that he's holding, and then like he keeps looking outside, and that's just kind of it. Like,
So he did what?
he opens the pizza box and he spits into it. Is this relevant to your thing that you want to talk about so much?
It is
Very
because
much so.
somebody else does that.
They do.
In another thing.
They do
sometime.
indeed.
Keep that
At one
in
point.
mind, everybody. Spitting inside pizza boxes.
Pizza.
Oh, thank God. Doug wasn't looking at me during that because I was like, I know one that I'm talking about spitting.
Can you stop being off?
Hey,
no one
stop
that I'm talking about
fucking-
spitting into
Hey,
pizza.
hey, Mike.
God.
Fuck you.
All right, sorry, Matt. We had to get that out of the way.
Wow.
Just floor is yours.
Anyhow, 00443. And this is a video from their front, like the front of their house facing the street. And Boomy, the fucking cat, in the which is just a man in a Sonic the Hedgehog costume,
Just runs.
Yeah.
runs past the front of the house down the road like he's jogging. And then there's a little bit of weird glitching, and like there's some frames of Boomy just shoveling garbage into his face.
Now, you say Boomy, right? This is like the human version of Boomy, right?
Right. So we've seen, I guess we can sort of cover this now. We've seen, there are three versions of Boomy, sort of. There's the actual cartoon, which Jackson is obsessed with.
And it is also very, 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 very similar to the original version of the Sonic the Hedgehog from the Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
Yeah.
Before they revised it.
Yeah, it's fucked up
It's
Sonic.
fucking bad. It's not
It's ugly
good.
Sonic. And then there's the man in a Boomy costume, which we've seen a couple of times.
Can we
and then
just-
there's
Can we refer to him as Boomy Man?
Boomy Man, sure. What is like blown out like super fast Boomy? Is he Ultra Instinct Boomy? Or like
Cartoony? I don't know.
yeah, there's another version of Boomy that is like sort of glowing and super duper fast and barely human form.
It's like
that we
Chaos
see a
Sonic
couple of
versus
times.
regular Sonic.
Mastered UI Boomy.
God damn
Yeah.
it.
Ultra
Mike,
Ego
you're counting
Boomy.
I'm so sorry, Matt. Just blow past our comments. They
Our
don't.
comments.
No, I got distracted by Mike disappearing again.
I disappeared. Fuck!
Can you get a handle on your goddamn webcam?
I don't know what those do.
Yeah, man. Jesus.
Continue.
00012. This is where we see someone who is not a member of the original household, and they're referred to as two different things. They're referred to as both Subject 27 and also as Guest 5. It depends on whether you go off of what's actually in the text log or what's in the description of the log at the beginning of the video.
Either way, they get fucked up.
Yeah. It's a small child who walks up by themselves towards the front of the house, and the title of this log is Guest 5 or Subject 27 is affected. And they're just kind of standing there looking at the house, and then they like move a little bit, like something has like pushed them or something like that. And then that seems to startle the kid, and they walk away. But at some point in this whole exchange with whatever force pushes the kid, there's this glitch, and it glitches to like a signal of the fucked up thing that we've mentioned a couple of times that was coming out of the pile of crap.
The jawless, weird, spindly person. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like eating or like standing over a person while they're sleeping. And this is one of those things that like if you don't either look at it frame by frame or pause it at the perfect moment, you just don't even see it.
Things just popped into place for me, and fucking hell. This whole story is terrifying.
It is. It's funny, horrifying.
Mostly horrifying.
Yeah. It's just unsettling. Log 00456 is... This is your moment, Doug. It's your time to shine.
Come on, Doug.
Your moment. One opportunity. Would you capture it or just let it slip?
I don't know. It depends on the mom's spaghetti.
Well, mom has something, but it's not spaghetti. It's a pizza.
It is a pizza.
So, Anne
it's
walks
not
into
made of dough, though.
Yeah, Anne walks into the kitchen, and she has a pizza box with her, and she opens it up, and she spits into it.
Oh.
And then she walks over to the other counter behind her, and she starts pulling the pizza out in chunks and throwing it into a drawer, but you can tell that it's not made of dough.
But also,
it looks like it's made of clay.
But pulling pizza chunks out and throwing it into a random-ass drawer is also not fucking normal.
No,
even if
not
it
at
was
all.
not made of clay.
Here in America, we have junk drawers. In Italy, they have
I just
pizza
emptied
drawers.
mine, and there was no pizza in it. None. Not even
America,
one.
Not Italy.
I
Well, you're
studied
doing it
abroad
wrong.
in Italy, and we definitely all had pizza
What was her name?
drawers.
What?
I had to pull the boomer jokes.
I get it. Good job.
I like
Somebody
it,
has to.
but there was no way I could lead into it with a hardly knew her. So
Come on, her.
Perfect.
it's fucking clay, y'all.
It's
Why?
clay.
But there's
the
still
pizza
clay.
is clay. The pizza is clay.
I hate it because we haven't.
We haven't.
Well,
I'm-
it's
I'm
clay.
shaking
Pizza's
the
made of
whole
clay.
fucking table.
Doug, calm down. Just calm down. Then she takes the pizza box and she sticks it on top of the cabinets in the kitchen. Like she climbs up on top of the counter, shoves it on top of the cabinets, and that's the end of this one.
Bye-bye pizza.
I think
Bye-bye
there's.
cabinets.
I think there's a weird
Oh, there is also a weird glitch
Yeah.
too in the middle of this
Yes.
one where you see the man in the Boomy costume shoveling the pizza from the drawer into his face.
Hey,
Yes, yes.
hey, Matt. What color hair would you say the Boomy Man has?
Like the human himself?
Yeah, because it's very
brown?
obviously a fucking person in a costume.
Yeah. It's a grown ass man in a costume. I mean, it's like brown or dark,
Yeah, it's
maybe
the,
black.
The
I don't
dude
know.
who's doing it looks very similar to Tom.
to some, yeah, he does. It's
No confirmation.
I was gonna
but-
leave that for the theories, but yeah, to toast my goats. Toast my goats. And that becomes relevant in actually the next video.
Yes.
Because in 50032, we get a conversation between Tom and Anne. And this is a shot of Tom laying on the couch. And you can see Dennis, the contractor, in the background. And he's like working next to a ladder. And while this conversation that I'm about to explain goes on, a random man just walks up and starts just assaulting Dennis, like beating the ever-loving shit out.
Oh, yeah. Holy shit. I fucking forgot about this.
And Anne and Tom are having this whole conversation and just paying absolutely no attention to the fact that Dennis is just being murdered outside their living room window. But the conversation that they have is Tom and Anne talking about Boomy, the cat, and their son, well, Tom's son, Jackson, and his obsession with Boomy. And Anne is concerned that Boomy is having a poor effect on Jackson, and that Jackson's too obsessed with it. And Tom is very insistent that Boomy is a good thing for Jackson. And
Consistently.
Yeah, like he's adamant. Like he's taking a very hard stance on this. And then he even sings part of the Boomy theme song to Anne, and he's even like, well, I don't know all of it, and then he sings the whole fucking thing.
I can't wait Yep, keep going. I'm sorry.
Oh God, I wonder why there's so much singing happening.
Because musicals are apparently the new part of the ARG universe.
Yeah, that's weird.
I don't like that, but
I hate musicals. So
they're not great.
Not my thing. No, they're not.
No,
I am bursting at the seams.
Although I will
right
say,
now.
Repo, the Genetic Opera, is one of the very few musicals I enjoy. Cool. Anyway, go ahead.
02955. So this is one with subject 5, which is Anne's mom, which is the grandma from the party video. And
I believe her name is Janine.
Go fuck yourself.
go fuck yourself. She's sitting in Jackson's bedroom. So Jackson's bedroom, which is the bedroom with the race car bed, also has another bed in it. Yeah. She's sitting on the other bed, and she's sitting there with a tablet, and it may be the same tablet that we've seen a couple times in other videos, and she's laughing, and she's scrolling through pictures, and the camera kind of zooms in, and you can see that the pictures are of Dennis the repairman, and they're just like random, like, pictures you'd see on Facebook of Dennis. And that's also, this entire video is just that. The next log is really short. It's just a video of Anne and Tom in the kitchen, and Tom is laying down, and he's like inching along the ground with his feet towards the back door. And then when he gets to the edge of the kitchen, Anne walks up and grabs his legs and then pulls him back in. And then he just starts doing it again. And Anne leaves. And then Tom's just laying there on the floor looking like... he looks like he's just fucking tripping balls.
He's a defeated
he's
worm.
Like, yeah, like he's like staring. He looks like also like a newborn child just rolling around in a crib. And that's that entire video. Then there's 00083, and this one is unhinged, and there's a lot of stuff happening in this one. So the entire family is gathered around a door that Tom is standing in front of. And keep in mind that this log takes place like dead ass in the middle of the summer. But Tom opens the door, and there's just a lit Christmas tree behind the door, and the family just starts losing their fucking minds. They're just like screaming and like hugging and kissing each other over this tree. And then there's a shot of a mirror at one point, and you see the creepy ass thing that we've mentioned a couple of times with the bald face, or not bald face, bald head,
The weird like
and it's
red thing.
Yeah, I think this might be the first time you see it in color, and it's completely like its skin is red, its mouth is like stuck open with it. It looks like if you've ever played that game where you shove that thing in your mouth and try to talk and see if people can understand you. It kind of looks like that. And then, like, while the family's losing its mind, the baby Amber that we've mentioned a couple of times, instead of the baby, it's a doll. And Madison's just holding this baby doll that's dressed up like Amber and is like starts shaking it. And then the video glitches out, and there's a very brief shot of Anne in the yard at the house, like attacking the Christmas tree, and then that's it. Oh, one thing to note about this video too is on top of the Christmas tree is like a small, like a toy dog, I guess, and we'll see that again later.
Ooh, ominous.
Creepy dog.
A creepy dog.
And then we got 00032, which is Dennis the repairman, and he's in their basement.
He's back.
And he's just pacing back and forth with his shirt off, and he looks like he's gearing up for a fight, and he's like panting heavily and like flexing.
After what happened last time, I don't blame the man for just being constantly ready for a fight.
Yeah. He's like just full adrenaline pumping, and Ann and Tom are just standing next to him, and they're just like, "Yeah, all right."
They're hype, man. They're just hyping him up for whatever can happen. You got this, bro.
Yeah. And nothing really happens after that. And then we've got 01088. And that's another video very reminiscent of other ones that we've seen. But this one is Jackson, and he's sitting in his room on his bed, touching his face. And at this point, with Jackson sitting on his bed, I want to mention that the weird thing about Jackson's race car bed is there's no sheets on it. It's just a mattress.
Yeah, I
sitting
noticed that.
sitting in the race car bed. And that comes up later. But the next video log is 96200, where we see the theme of pizza come back. And this one is just Tom sitting on the couch, and Anne walks into their living room. And she announces to Tom that she's going to get a pizza, and she's also like dressed really nice to be going to get a pizza. And Tom briefly says something about it, but she just kind of ignores it and just says bye.
Well, Pizza Hut is like 5-star dining, so
Yeah, I mean, high class. Once she leaves the house, Tom gets up and like checks to make sure that she's gone, and then goes behind a cabinet in their, or like a bookshelf in their living room, and pulls out a record that's unlabeled, and he puts the record on the record player and starts playing it, and it's just fucking war sounds. Like it's machine gun fire, gunshots, like a siren going off in the background, and he just straight up lays down on the floor and like gets in the fetal position and just lays there and listens to it.
Memories.
That's my that's my Wednesday nights. Tuesdays are recording. Wednesdays for war sounds.
Wednesdays is
Absolutely
Vietnam
normal, man.
PTSD.
Why trip on drugs when you can trip on your own horrible experiences?
Hey man, it's the
Zero-
fucking what? The 3 Fs from shit was that?
Yeah, front yard,
Vietnam.
front lawn.
Front yard, feet
Vietnam.
together, face down.
Agent Orange,
Furia.
freedom. Yeah. Fortunate Son. That's what
Yes, exactly. Sorry, Matt. Go
Zero
ahead.
4520 is also hilarious, and this one is a shot of the kitchen, and there's 4 laptops on the ground, and Jackson's just fucking typing furiously on them, like just, and there's like text scrolling across the screen and shit. It looks
is
like he's hacking into the
Hacker
Matrix.
Man.
Yeah, he is Hackerman 9000. And Tom's like furiously trying to stop him, which is the poorest attempt at stopping anything I've ever seen in my fucking life. He's like pushing Jackson away from the laptops and like borderline slamming him up against the cabinets when it's 4 laptops. Like just pick them up and move them.
Yep.
But I
Got the
suppose
fucking
maybe
power.
the laptops are like stuck to the ground with whatever kinetic force.
Oh, they're
But-
heavy. Got it.
Though Jackson does move one at one point. I don't know. When Tom finally picks Jackson up and like tries to haul him out of the kitchen, it looks like he's having a hard time with it. So it may be that whatever invisible force pushed the kid from earlier, or like is gluing shit to the floor,
Like
is
Madison.
possibly is like possibly pulling him away. I don't know.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh God, yeah. It's like some invisible force is making at least one person here very heavy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's maybe trying to pin Jackson to the floor like Madison. I don't know. And then we got 03560, which is labeled as subject 8 in the living room in the logs, but the video itself says subjects 1 through 5 in the living room. And it's a video that just pans through the living room, and you can see a couple of the family members making a very poor attempt at hiding. Like, I think either Tom or Jackson, I can't really tell, is under the couch cushions, but like their whole ass head is sticking out. And then one person's like under a pink blanket on the chair. And then it pans to the other side of the room, and you see the baby just crawling on the floor. And so I guess that's subject 8.
Yep.
Like
Amber.
I don't know. Yeah. Well, that's
Yeah.
subject 8. But
Yeah.
anyway. The next one after that's not super important. It's more Jackson touching his face in the yard. And then there's 22038, which is a video of Anne, and you can't see Tom, but it seems like they're sleeping together. And then Boomy just like shows up in the room and then starts running around and leaves.
Not terrifying at all.
Yeah. The video's labeled subject 9, but it doesn't say anything about subjects 1 and 2, so I don't know why. And like, I don't know. Usually they're all labeled. They're not in this case. 01263 is grandma entering the house wearing handcuffs. And the handcuffs will be notable later.
Yes.
And that's pretty much it. Anne walks through the room and then like basically ignores her and then walks away. And then 02114 is a shot of the living room with the lights off and a dog figurine, which looks like very
dog.
reminiscent of the dog from the Christmas tree. And it's like fucking sliding across the table by itself.
Mm-hmm.
And then the video ends. And the last video log in the logs section of the website is 64830. And this is the entire family sitting in the living room. And Anne is like trying to explain to her family that something strange happened, and she's referencing the previous video. And the dog figurine is like sitting on the center of the table, and she's like standing there. And what it seems like is happening is she's trying to move it with her mind, like she thinks she has some sort of telekinetic powers. And her family's just like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And there's, yeah. That's it. Like she doesn't get it to move. Her family thinks she's insane, and that is the last video in the log section. And then quickly, I'll go over a couple of text logs from the log section that I thought were important. And these text logs are sort of the first time that there's extensive mention of this thing called links.
Yes.
And
it took us forever to get here, but here we the fuck are.
God.
Yeah. So up until this point, we have almost no idea what any of the explanation of why these people are doing insane shit is. That there's more insane shit in the logs if you want to go through
So
there.
much
Like
more.
Boomy's hanging out in the house. Jackson's head collapses at some point,
Yeah.
apparently.
There's a
Jackson, who's like a 9-year-old fucking kid, is working on a novel.
There's a whole story about his head
yeah.
collapsing. Like it's
Yeah.
it's ridiculous.
Grandma flirts with the repairman, and then she watches some
Yep.
porn. The baby crawls out of a refrigerator at some point. And then there's some mention of the object, which touches each subject in succession. And then Boomy gets into a fight with someone. And then there's one log in there that says that subject 3 was also diagnosed with links. And
Links.
we'll explain more links here in a second. But that would indicate that not only does subject 3 have links, but other people who are in this whole situation also have links. And then I'll end my part with the logs that happen in March of 2016, which are subject 8, which is the baby, has the object.
Amber, by
subject-
the way.
Yeah. Subject 4, which is Jackson is missing hands. Tom is with those
normal.
laptops again. And then there's an arrival of a host. Amber's face touches the living room. Then Dennis meditates in the basement. And then a SWAT team arrives for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Then the front yard is flooded.
Yep.
Amber takes her first steps. And then Jackson holds hands with Subject 13, which is mentioned nowhere else in the log files in the
Nowhere.
living room.
Nowhere.
And that's where the logs end.
Good luck finding out who the fuck Subject 13 is, because I looked and I could not find shit.
Yeah, no, there's no other reference
Nope.
to Subject 13.
It's the only one.
And that's the end of the log section.
Yeah, if you guys were to explore the AB Solutions or Surveillance Solutions website, this is one of the things you will find. It's fucking extensive, but there are several other options to pick from. Mike, what's the other one?
Oh, plenty.
No,
Oh,
that
plus-
made sense.
So if when you're on the AV solutions and you put in the whole bed sheets, password, yada yada yada, you get that DOS fucking program style thing. If you do option 2, you get the archives, and it needs a password. Can you guess what that password is?
Poop.
It's poop.
No.
If you type in the password as
Sad day.
Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Do you want to take over? Here's my notes.
All right, cool.
Okay.
I got it.
If you type in the password sad day, you actually get access to these archives, which we did see the mention of sad day was in the basement of the original video.
It was in the basement. It was on
Yeah.
either the washing machine or the drywall. I
Yeah.
can't remember.
So in this archive, you get a list of like text files, audio files, image files. You even get a video game that I'll go over briefly, but I'm going to TLDR the shit out of this. I'm going to go over the text files a bit more in detail because there's not many of them, and they're all maybe like 2 sentence, maybe 3 tops in length. So I'm going to go over all the text files real quick, and this is all in chronological order, just like Mooties was. So in March of 2015, we get a text file with the subject bathroom to Madison, and it says, Madison, I don't want to embarrass you in front of the rest of the family, but your bathroom breaks are becoming very problematic. Are you checking your phone on the T? We have 2 new members of our household, and that means that we have to be more aware of how we share the space. Using your tea time to look at the internet is very unhelpful and also unsanitary. Remember that Lynx disease spreads amongst a family like a fire. And there's that Lynx disease again.
Again,
That one.
links.
The next one we get is on the same day in March. It's March 25th of 2015, and it is the subject stuff. And it says, my new brother-in-law or whatever is so weird. He keeps drawing these pictures of what he thinks is Boomy the cat, and they look so bad. I'll have to take some pictures of them and show you. Also, I think he's like making up other characters. I'm not a big Boomy fan or anything, but I'm pretty sure there's no cat who's all pink. Whoa, an all pink cat. Crazy. It's almost like that red guy we've seen. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, we get another thing on that
Weird.
same day with the subject, can you pick up the kids today? And it starts off saying, also, I think we have raccoons in the living in the garage. I'm going to have pest control man come and see if he can lay some traps. But I recommend pest control man. He's the best superhero ever. But I'd recommend you get anything valuable, sensitive, or fragile out of the garage until we can figure out how to get whatever's living in there out. We need to come up with some decisions very soon about how much of you and Jack's stuff we can keep versus give to charity. Sorry, I'm a bit toasted.
2 episodes.
Weird how they
We're
think
fine.
a raccoon is living in the garage because it's eating trash. I wonder if we've seen that one before.
Who else eats trash?
Boomy apparently does.
Oh yeah.
On that same day as well, we get a subject tied a text. That subject is Boom Cadet Online Registration. Thanks for registering to be a Boom Cadet. You should receive your first blast package in 8 to 10 weeks. make sure to run as fast as a sonic boom and ask your parents' permission before sending any signed material, photos, or fan art materials back to Boom Central. And remember, Boomy is the bluest, fastest cat around.
Fucking love the buzzwords.
You like
So
that
good.
shit? It's almost like it's Sonic the Horse. Sonic the Horse chick. On that same day again, March 25th of 2015, we get the subject concerned. It says, Madison, I found cigarettes under the gazing globe in the backyard. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt this one time and assume that they are not yours. But if I ever find cigarettes in this
idiot.
house... Yeah. If I ever find cigarettes in this house, I'm going to come down on you like divvy wind. I am serious. I will not have my daughter smoking like a delinquent. You need to get your priorities straight. There's too much going on right now for me to have to deal with this. Again, on that same day, we get another one that is a forwarding of the concerned one. And it's from Madison going, Mom, chill. Those are grandmas. You should just ask her before acting like a psycho to me. It's totally unfair. I keep telling you I don't smoke. We get another one on that same day. A lot of these take place on the same day, but I promise the date does change, I think.
No, it
the
does.
subject is lab results. Also, you never know who's sending these. It's all X'd out. You don't know who's sending these text documents. Anyway, lab results. And the lab results are back in. And I'm happy to inform you that the samples you brought to the office last week have been confirmed links free. I hope this news finds you well and that you could finally feel resolved. Links has become a big issue in our community, and it's going to be up to people like you to help stop it from becoming a bigger one. That said, this is the fourth set of samples you've brought to our attention, and I'm concerned that you're taking these matters perhaps too seriously. Remember that we have other patients to whom we have to show the same amount of care and attention to as with your family. Try and take these lab results to heart. If you continue on bringing me and my staff other samples, I may have to ask you to find another physician. Sincerely, blank MD. Redacted. We get another one from the same day. Subject TV. Hey, honey, I want to get rid of the TV.
That's the whole thing.
That one made me laugh super hard.
I want to
actually.
get rid of the TV. Here's
Honey,
where the
Let's
just get rid of the TV.
get rid of the fucking TV.
Here's
right
where the
now.
dates change up. So,
Yeah, grandma's getting too horny.
yeah, she's getting too horny. The date changes up. We're now December 11th of 2014, and it says, Jack, I need you to hide something for me. My mom is really pissing me off. Can I put a box behind your bed? I'll give you a cigarette. Cigarette. We get another one. Spoilers. This takes place on March 25th, 2015. We're back at that date. It's a no subject, and it says, I really don't want to do that. Your grandma's always moving stuff around in her room, and she complains to Anne whenever she thinks I'm being messy. Can you just hide it in the yard? Which is weird because you have this weird time.
Look at the entirety of the "This House Has People in It" video, like
Yeah.
the fucking.
Oh wait, no, those
video.
two on the same. Oh no,
And I want you to look at what you just said.
yeah, time. There's time discrepancies all over the dang place. It's weird.
Yeah.
Your time.
We have another one that is the response to sorry, and it says, "It's okay, I won't tell." We have one with the subject.
Bullshit. Sorry. What?
We have one with the subject pry.
Bullshit.
You made that up. With the subject pry, and it says, "Honey, I just got a notification that those tickets to Pry have dropped into our price range. I really think that we as a new family could benefit from an adventure like this. I know that the kids had their hopes set on Orlando, but I really think a big crazy trip like this could be full of fun memories and unique experiences. The kids might not appreciate it right away, but I think that if they're sitting in a backy face to face with a giraffe, they might forget all about some silly scripted theme parks. Backy. Also, I've been reading some really cool hip travel guides about traveling in SA. I don't know what SA is. South Africa, maybe? And it sounds very
Yes.
safe for the most part. And
The
if we...
fact that you just guessed that is ridiculous, but okay.
Well, no, because he wanted to go to Africa before. And if we act soon, we can get some good deals on travel packages that include a lot of the nature stuff and museums. Come on, baby. Let's go to Africa. Heart T. We get a response to Pry, and it says, Tom, for the last time, we cannot afford to go to Africa. This vacation is supposed to be relaxing and enjoyable, and I can't imagine relaxing there with a newborn. I wish you would just enjoy having this special family time and not worry so much about where we are going. You need to focus on your relationship with Madison right now because I know she's having trouble adjusting to you and Jack being in the house now. Let's not overcomplicate things. Anne. Then we get another subject called guest list. It says, Dad, Anne is asking me for a guest list. I don't know anyone at the new school, and no one will talk to me. I feel weird handing out invitations because no one wants to go to a party for a kid they don't know. Can we just invite friends from the old neighborhood instead? And then we get another one that says, revised guest list. It says, Jack, I need you to forward the revised guest list to me as soon as possible. If we are going to ensure that there are many of your friends going as possible in attendance, I need to coordinate with their parents ASAP. If you want, I can reach out and pull a few favors from parents in the new neighborhood. Love you, Anne. And then we get another subject that just says, nice clay. And this one says, Sir, I have a big problem. This particular grain of clay you recommended just doesn't stand up. I've watched your show for a long time and keep notes and instructions, but my citadel sculptures keep falling over. Is there another grain of clay that keeps it together better? I'm trying to impress someone. We have another subject called pizza. It says, honey, I found $20 in an old pair of pants. Let's order everyone pizza tonight. Pizzazz. Order everyone pizza tonight. Will you call it in and I'll pick it up on my way home? Love, 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 Tom. And then we get another one that says school project and says, hi, Tom. Is it okay if I get you some extra data from the family plan this month? It's almost like Mom was complaining about that before. We have a big project in AP Economics, and I super need to use more data. Also, I super need to know more about China's economy. Can you help me out with that kind of shit? I kind of summed that up a little bit because the rest didn't really matter. And then the response from Tom was, Maddie, that sounds great. I didn't even know they offered that class in your school. I'm very impressed. Let's bring it up at dinner tonight. I have no problem with you using extra data, but your mom probably want to talk to you. Also, I have loads of articles I can send to you and your friends for fucking economics. I'm so excited you guys are trying to get your feet wet with economics. I'll see you tonight. And then we get one more subject, and this one's called Boomy. And it says, hello, my name is Jackson. I live in blank. I am the biggest Boomy the Cat fan in my neighborhood or at school. I have it on all the TV. I've seen all the TV shows all the episodes at least 3 times, and I'm drunk. And I have seen the movies 10 times. As you can see, I am serious, and I spell serious with a Y. I can sing the Boomy the Cat song from memory. My favorite color is blue. I love Boomy so much, I call it Boomy Blue. I wanted to ask something because I can't bring it up to my family. Is Boomy real? I knew he is a cartoon, but there has been several times I think I have seen him near around my house. It's hard to say because he runs very fast, but there have been several times when I am pretty sure I saw him. We have a lot of deers in our backyard, and I like to watch them, but recently it looks like something is chasing them around, and I'm pretty sure it's Boomy. I'm really excited to find out.
So, question.
I made him sound like Tom Holland, and I'm okay with that.
So who
Exactly.
who said that?
Pretty sure that was Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was all of the text files. I have a few of the audio files. There's a bunch more. I only brought out a couple of them because I want to TLDR this as much as possible. So we have audio files that you can listen to from 2016. The first one, and again, this is in chronological order. The text files go before these. All the text files only went up to about, I think, 2015, maybe early 2016. Mm-hmm. These audio files take place after the text files. But the first one here is basically a conversation between subjects 2 and 1, which is Ann and Tom.
Yep.
And basically all of these are conversations between Ann and Tom.
Ann and Tom are like, they're the main characters.
Yeah. But we have this conversation between them where Tom and Ann are talking. Ann is basically just crying, and Tom's like, "What's going on?" And Ann's like, "Oh, I can't hear what you're saying. I literally can't hear you. Like, what's going on?" And Tom's just, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that." And they're both like just apologizing to each other at one point. And then they're like on the phone. They're just like, "Wait, listen. Do you hear that? Like, I can hear you." And then I believe 2 is 2 Tom.
Yeah.
And
What?
Tom's just like, wait.
Subject 2 is Tom.
Yeah, Tom's just like, man, these phones suck. They don't work at all. And then like suddenly out of nowhere, you just get this like high-pitched screaming. Just out of nowhere, just this wailing. The next one is a conversation between Ann and Tom again, where Ann answers the door and the mailman's there and he brought a package and she's like, hey, Tom, do I have to sign for something? And he's just like, well, no. What does he have? And she's like, oh, he's got our dog costumes.
Just leave it.
And he's like, no, it's fine. Just he can
that's
go.
Weird.
He can
No
go.
signing. Just leave it.
Yeah, just leave it. He can go. Let him go. And she's like, okay, you can go. And then they're like, do you think Madison knows? Don't tell her. She's gonna be so surprised about this dog costume.
So real quick about the dog costumes,
Yes. God, yes. Thank you.
Mike. Let me ask you, how did Tom buy the dog costumes?
Yes. How did he?
Online?
With whomst? With how?
A credit card.
Whomst credit card.
His credit card.
Negative. Whomst.
The
Try
dog's
again.
credit card. Boomy's credit card.
Try
Grandma's credit card.
Try it one more time.
Ann's credit card.
What? You say what now?
Ann's credit card.
Why is that relevant? Why are we surprised by this?
What's one of the things that makes what's something that lets you know that you have Lynx disease?
Credit cards.
You were missing one word, but you're right. You're right, but missing
Touching.
one word.
credit card fraud?
Oh,
Credit card
shit.
fraud.
Credit
There
card
it is.
fraud.
And that's weird.
That is weird.
Weird how that was just committed.
We'll get back into that a little bit.
Cool.
So
So
anyway, so they mentioned the dog costume, and then Tom's just like, "Hey, can we order pizza for dinner?" And Anne's just like, "Oh, fuck yeah, let's do that." And he's like, "All right, I'm gonna go get the pizza." She's like, "Cool,
Pizza
cool."
again.
It's pizza again. The next one, the next one is basically just like a weird conversation where it starts off with Anne and Tom just being like, "Hey, hi, hey, hi, how's it going? How's it going?" And then Anne's just like, "Fucking look at all these holes, man."
Oh yeah, the
Look at all
holes
these
in the
fucking
backyard.
holes. And then Tom's just like, I got this weird picture frame. It's broken. I'm gonna need more nails for this dog. And Anne's just like, how about you look in the backyard? There's plenty of nails back there. He's like, dang, you're absolutely right. There's plenty of nails in the backyard.
You're not wrong.
And that's it.
that's
there's
all,
that.
That's all your archives?
No, that's that one.
Oh, okay.
Wowie zowie!
Now I know what it
Got
feels
him.
like. I've tasted my own
God.
medicine and it tastes bitter.
Every time. Wow.
Have fun editing all this together, Doug.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that this is
I
a new
haven't
thing.
hit the pause button on mine, so
Oh,
cutting all this
shit.
shit out's gonna be fun.
Have fun.
I can go through and cut out some of the dead air before I send it to you.
So
Unfortunately, that's only like 5 minutes.
No, actually, don't cut anything out because it actually is easier for me to edit this without you cutting anything because it lines up better for me.
Okay, cool.
Anyway, so the next audio log is pretty much again Tom and Ann, where it's a phone call again, and Ann calls Tom. And she's like, "Hello, hello," and Ann's just like, "You're not gonna believe this." And Tom's like, "What's up?" She's like, "A character in my book just died." And he's like, "Oh, honey." She's like, "I know." And he's like, "I'm so sorry." And then they just go and meet up, and they cry.
Are they on the couch, you said?
No, they like meet up. Like they're in
Oh.
like separate rooms, and they just go
Okay.
meet up. Yeah.
God, that's a...
Okay. Yeah, that's
Okay.
that's a video. This is the audio logs.
Well, no, that's just a trope that's going to exist through the rest of this fucking series, apparently.
The next one is again Tom and Ann, where Tom is like, "Dang, I really bit my lip like really bad," and Ann's like, "You need your ass some Oragel," and he's like, "Shit, you're absolutely right," and he's like, "Dang, you know what? I think my teeth are sharper than they used to be." And she's like, "Well, why don't you just file them down, you dingus?" And he's like, "You can do that." She's like, "Fuck yeah, you can. You go get. I can do that right now. I'll get you the Oragel. It will be good." And they're like, "Uh-oh, the Oragel's expired." And then they're checking the medicine cabinet, and they're like, "Dang, this Tylenol is too. This Tylenol is from 2010." And then they just kind of go on a weird tangent where they're just like,
That's because it's Claradrill.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's not. But
Okay, but like
it should be though.
I mean,
Yeah.
maybe.
But they're just like,
Head on.
Can you imagine? Apply directly to the forehead. They're like, this Tylenol expired in 2010. Can you imagine having a headache in 2010? And it's just so stupid. And they just go on like a separate tangent where they're just like, hey, you got to pick the kids up from school. Who are you going to pick up first? And Anne's just like, oh, I guess I'll get Madison. She has chess at 5. And they're just like, do you think she likes chess? It's like, yeah, she goes, so she likes it. Could you pick up some toilet paper while you're out? And then fucking Tom, it just goes on this big old tangent about how he hates going to the store because the weird like clerk at the store looks at him funny.
There's no boomy there.
That's true. There is no boomy there.
How can you enjoy a place if there's no boomy?
That's very true. But it's just like, oh, I hate going to the store. Everyone sucks. You should order stuff online.
Sonic not on the wall somewhere. I don't pay.
Sonic-a-choo. But they're just like, they're just super judgy, and they're like, yeah, fuck that guy. And then it goes to another tangent where they're just like, hey, I got a question. And Anne's like, what? And then Tom's like, you think my hands are sweaty? And then they just go on a tangent about how like candy melts in his hands because his hands are so warm. And then it starts going even weirder to where they're just like, you know, you shouldn't eat that stuff because the ingredients are shitty.
This sounds like the script to Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah, they're like, the ingredients are really bad. You shouldn't eat candy. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Wreck-It Ralph?
No,
Yeah.
it's literally exactly word
It's
for
like this
word.
is
You know, you're
legit
absolutely
the
right.
Script.
It's not only the script to Wreck-It Ralph, it's also B-Movie and Shrek.
Great, all mashed together.
Stayed in.
But they're talking about how this candy like melts in his hands and everything, and then they're just randomly they're just like, anyway, I'm gonna go to the store. I'm gonna get the Orajel. I'll be back. Bye. And that's it. And then it goes to a different conversation where it's just like, oh yeah, wait, one more thing. Jackson sent me an email. He wants to make origami. There's a class, but you have to be a parent and you have to have an adult with you to do origami. And it's like, what? And then it's like, the class is going on Thursday. Oh, so not today, but today is Thursday. And they're like, no, it's going on Tuesday. Today's Tuesday. Wait, no, today's Thursday. But wait, it's going on Tuesday. No, wait, it's Tuesday, but it's going on Thursday. And they're
Weird.
like, what? And
Almost
it's
like someone's on the effects of Claradrill.
yeah, it's very fucking weird. And they're just like, how does a canker sore work? When does it go away? And they're like, it depends on your height and age. And then just a bunch of screaming happens. And that's that. The next one is again Ann and Tom. And Tom's just like, hey, Ann. And Tom's like, we got ourselves a worm. Or no. Tom is like, hey, Ann. And Ann's just like, we got a worm infestation. And then
the
they
worms.
Just, they just go on about worms. Like, it's the weirdest fucking thing. They just go on about worms for a bit in the
They're
backyard.
very worried about it.
Yeah.
They're so fucking
They're just
worried
like,
about the
there's
amount
so
of
many.
worms.
I'm not used to seeing so many. Are they close to the house? Come take a look at these worms. And it's like, I can't look now. They're really cool. And he's like, I can't right now. I'm making a surprise. And Anne's just like, okay, make your surprise. I'm going to go deal with these worms. And they're like, okay,
making.
bye-bye.
Just stop making.
And the next
I have
one.
to go make.
Yeah, I got to go make.
Stop making.
And then
Just stop.
the next one is just this weird conversation where they're just like, hey, how was your work meeting? And Tom's just like, it went really good. How was your day? And Anne's just like, oh, I'm folding the curtains. The sun really fucked these curtains up. They're really damaged.
Anne's like,
And then-
normal English sentence.
Yeah, they're like,
Or normal English words.
folding up these curtains.
Real quick, I don't want to like super derail us. I just have to mention this because it was something that happened recently.
Yes.
But have you guys watched The Babadook?
Oh, yeah.
This is The Babadook.
I did not see this going there, but yeah.
Like literally, I guess it's more of like unedited footage of a bear.
Unedited footage of a Babadook.
Is The Babadook like it's? If any of this ties in together, it's The Babadook with all of this, and it's really, really weird. If you haven't seen it, Mike,
I have
watch it.
Yeah.
like a
Guys,
long
if you
time.
could
Yeah, I
not
can see
tell-
that now. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
If you guys couldn't
it's weird.
tell, we are like head over fucking heels for this goddamn ARG. It's
Yeah, it's
So
It's so good. It's so involved. There's so many
Mike.
facets. There's so many avenues.
so.
Keep going, Mike.
thank you. So
Fuck my ass. while
they're
you do
talking
this.
about how these curtains
I
are all
got you.
fucked up by the sun. And then Tom's just like, remember that old couch that we had? And then Anne's just like, yeah, that was a fun couch. And Tom's like, remember how the sun fucked up that couch too? Almost like sun.
It
Is
vanished.
something they don't like, and it vanished. They don't like the sun apparently. And the last one I'll go over real quick is One where they're just like, it's Tom and Ann again, and Tom's just like, "Hey, honey," and she's like, "What?" He's like, have you eaten yet?" She's like, "No," and he's like, "I was gonna order a pizza," and she says,
oh god damn it!
and she says, "Okay, go ahead and order a pizza," and he says, "Ugh, what should I get on it?" And she goes, "Ugh, maybe some mushrooms and maybe." And then a siren goes off, and then this like distortion starts to go crazy, and it's fucking weird. And then there's another one. I'm gonna TLDR. Where they want to build a treehouse, and then they also mention how Dennis has an ear infection. It's almost like his ear. His ear's all yucky. It's gross. It's nasty.
It's yuckier.
And he's got an ear infection. They want to buy him some antibiotics, but they're just so expensive. They only have like $6. And then more screaming happens. It's fucking weird. And there's another one where Ann and Tom are just like, "Do you water the Christmas
You know what's
tree?"
really funny, actually?
Yes.
Matt was asking me how to get yucky ear.
Yeah,
Just not too
you get
long
perfect
ago.
pitch.
It gives you
I'll
perfect
take a
pitch.
little
Yeah.
yucky ear
does.
for perfect pitch.
So
It gives you bubbles.
the last one I'll go over real fast because it's a real simple one. Is just a conversation between Ann and Tom where they're just like, "Hey, did you water the Christmas tree?" "No." "Did you?" "No." "That's okay. It happens." More screaming happens.
Screaming.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's
And
the
that's
audio
the-
log.
that's
I don't know why we're yelling.
So is that the entirety of the archives?
It's not the entirety, but that's the T-est of
The gist.
TLDRs I can give you.
TLDR. Manic screaming and Christmas trees.
Yeah.
We haven't even talked about what any of this means.
And then one thing I want to mention real quick, the Clayground stuff, real fast, that TV show that you
Salters
see,
Playground.
that you see Grandma watching. Do you want to wreck that shop real
Are we
quick?
doing that now?
Just
I will.
make it the fastest
It's-
thing ever.
Fast.
Okay,
Hello, welcome
so
back to
hi,
Don't Pay the Internet.
I don't even know where we're at.
Clay.
No idea.
Playground.
No idea.
So we're
Guys, we're drunk. We are trying to salvage an episode.
We're gonna talk about something called Clayground. Doug, go.
This is not happening.
I already hit record. Doug, go.
What? I'm not sure what you want me to do at this point.
Talk about
to be
Playground.
honest. I can.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So, one of the things that wasn't mentioned that ties all of the stuff together is from our video logs, and they're being watched by the grandma that you can see in the original video.
Jackson's roommate.
I mean, yes, but the grandma in the original video, in the 10-minute original clip, you can see her watching this. Now there is a full episode on YouTube that you can watch, but there's also a website you can go to, which is thesculptorsplayground.com. Now, when you go there, you can see that it's titled incorrectly. It says the Welcome to the Sculptor's Playground, which I'm not sure if that means anything exactly.
It fucking
but
does. It fucking does.
yes, thank you. It does. But that being said, it's misspelled and it's misinterpreted a bunch of different times. So, that being said, the full episode is on YouTube, like I mentioned, and you can watch all of these like weird things that go on with this. Now, the man who is doing this is someone we know dearly. But that being said, basically there are a lot of things in this that tie everything together, which is Lynx disease and clay. I don't know how to describe that any better than
What
that.
do you mean? What?
I do know, but I don't know how to explain that any better than that. So, basically, while you're watching this, he is building these clay sculptures, which you can see in the "This House Has People in It" video. They're in front of the fireplace. You can see these actual sculptures that this man is making sitting in front of their fireplace. You'll see them throughout the videos. It's a lot of just very hard to discern information that doesn't make sense until we've pretty much provided all of this information to you. But
Go back.
yeah, go back. Listen, watch all of this shit.
Yes.
So this page contains multiple references to the Lynx disease, and for the sake of time, I can't really go over all of the things that makes Lynx be links.
Do you want a quick synopsis of what determines if you have links?
If you want to go through it, yeah.
Cool. If you have eaten clay
Yep.
that is not from a prison yard,
And it's not 12 gauge.
it's not 12 gauge, you probably have links.
No, it's from a prison card.
Also,
prison.
if you have eaten clay from a prison yard
Correct.
that is 12 gauge,
Oh yeah, they do just.
you also
contradict it.
probably have links.
Because it's the best clay.
If you come across clay in the most remote fashion and you just touch it, you probably fucking have links.
Also, if you're randomly just bursting out in a song and dance,
Yes.
you probably have links.
Yeah.
If you're doing credit card fraud, you probably have links.
If you forget the last 5 seconds to 10 seconds of your life, you probably have links.
So, one thing I want to go over is if you go to thesculptorsclayground.com, immediately you are introduced to a giant splash page of clay pots, and it says, "Welcome to the playground." Playground. Friend. I can't.
Welcome to the playground.
Yes, thank you. But it also says, "Welcome to the Sculptors Playground."
Yes.
Which I mentioned a little earlier.
Yep.
And you'll
It's-
see this happen quite a bit.
Misspellings.
There's poems on here. So it says, "What is clay?" And this is a really good question. Clay is something special for sure. You can buy clay in almost any store. You really shouldn't. Clay is special for sure, but the clay they sell in big box stores, it just doesn't cut it. And like they're really adamant on like which clay you're buying and like how you buy it and like all this weird shit. And there's like, it says, is there anything else I should know? And it says, yes, clay also has healing properties. And guess what? It cures Lynx disease.
But it also
which-
causes it.
It does, which you see directly in that YouTube video of
The first one. One of the first ones.
of him doing
I just
the
want
clay.
it to be noted that Jason is currently obviously drunk as fuck, leaning back in his chair with his mic just like in hand.
You are not wrong.
I do want to say,
I'm
There's
doing
important
this-
imagery the audio listeners are missing
I am
out on.
doing this from necessity.
it's from the heart. So if you go to this website, there are a ton of images and they're disgusting. Just purely disgusting. It's like the inside of mouths, inside of ears that are bubbling. Like it's obviously Photoshop
Yuck
shit,
ear.
but like they're just everything about the images you're seeing on this is fucking terrible.
It's just yucky.
It's not great. It's
just
what
yucky
Matt
ear.
strives to achieve.
Matt.
But we're
Yeah.
not going to let him get there.
No. No.
But some of the things that you see in this video of this, like of the YouTube video that has the clay sculptor actually doing his work and talking about this is there's a part that says like fuck you, Sam, essentially.
Yeah.
And who
did
is
this to
who
me.
is
Who's
Sam?
Sam?
We don't really know, but there is a part on the website that says a letter to Sam. I need you back. My legs are cramping up. I missed you so much, baby. I know you did something really bad. I know, but come on. I don't think you realize how weird you were to me. I think your phone is broken or something because I tried calling it and it sounded all weird. Anyways, I will still have some of your pedals and gear in the basement. Love ya. And that's all it says. But long story short, a lot of this clay sculptures that you see in these images are shown in the very
sculptures?
original. Nope. In the original This House Has
and
People in It video
by the fucking fireplace.
by the fireplace that the grandma is sitting there watching.
There's
and now,
two sculptures there.
yes, and one of the sculptures is actually entitled, which I thought was really, really fucking funny. It is, oh my god, hold on, real quick. The Bush family are war
Yep.
criminals, and it's the really long, like sporadic one that's at the like far left of the video. And apparently it sold for $200,000. So this family that we're watching apparently has a bunch of money.
As according to the website.
Yeah, as according to the website.
$200,000, guys.
But all of the things that you hear in this video and that you see this clay sculptor talk about are links is caused by buy clay, but if you eat clay, it'll cure your Lynx disease. And
The other thing that's important is that Lynx is self-diagnosed.
Yep.
correct. And so one of the biggest things I want to talk about is in that flag video where he's singing about the flags.
Oh, it's my flag!
Thank you, Jason.
Is that right?
If you look at the very end of that video, when he's done singing, he starts crying and looking into the camera directly. And we don't know if this is because he knows that he is now fully aware that he has Lynx disease.
Oh no, he's just a patriot.
Thank you, Jason. That
Feet
is
down, face to the floor. Not
Front
going
All
yard.
about Brian.
Same thing. But yeah, no, so we get this very, very visceral image of Lynx disease in this video. And it's one of the videos that's harder to find in the whole, spectrum of this topic. Now, I'm just going to say, if you're going to this fucking website, you're going to see some really fucked up shit. But we get a whole idea of Lynx disease, and it's not great. And I guess the last thing I can say is, if we want to kind of put our whole perspective onto this real quick, as fast as we can, how do we think? Like, what do we think about this? Like, what is this topic? Like, where did this? Like, where are we at here?
So, AB Solutions is a security, surveillance system company. But what I think is happening, do you just want to go into theories?
We might as well at this
Okay.
point.
What I think is happening
yeah.
here is that AB Surveillance Solutions is selling people this $200,000 system, but the exorbitant whatever the fuck cost isn't for the equipment. It's people are becoming a social experiment here, and because they're paying for Dennis, the repair guy, to basically be in their house 24/7. This company is maintaining 24/7 logs on these people's behavior, and I think Lynx is the root of the social experiment, because it's mentioned in the videos and in the pamphlets, or maybe not in the videos, but in the pamphlets, that Lynx is self-diagnosed, and a self-diagnosis is as good as a doctor's diagnosis. And people's Lynx is supposed to explain these people's descent into madness, but whether it's a real thing or not is probably irrelevant whether it's real or not. But they want to see if these people can trick themselves into a mental disorder.
So one thing I want to bring up real quick is that with Lynx, if you go into the thick of Lynx disease and what they're trying to explain here, you get thrown into the world of clay eating in Africa and some other countries that they think that eating clay actually solves all your problems because it absorbs.
Yes, keep going. I'm sorry.
It absorbs toxins.
Yes.
Now, that being said,
And they believe this to a fucking T.
I don't want to go too far into that because I think it's weird in general. It's like a My Strange Addiction almost, but
I love those.
it's a very good show. But I think that's getting too far into this to a point where we don't need to be that far into it, right? So if we take the Sculptor's Playground website, for example, you have all this weird information. You have all this stuff that's leading you astray one way or another. If you click at the top of this website, it says link 1, link 2, link 3, and link 4. If you click those links, they don't exist. And the biggest thing that sticks out in my mind is Lynx does not exist.
It ain't
No,
real.
not even remotely.
And that stuck with me really hard on this. The Lynx don't exist. Lynx does not exist in this world. These people are freaking out for no fucking reason. But hey, it's a fucking Adult Swim, right?
It's like a placebo kind of thing.
Well, it does
my-
exist in a sense.
It's the
in that
placenta effect.
if these people can trick themselves into believing that it's real, it becomes real because they
Because they
actually
think it's
end up with a
real.
mental disorder.
Exactly. It's all fucking mental. But I still have no idea where the fuck this is trying to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could not sit here and tell you one way or the other. This is the definitive answer to what this fucking ARG means. I have no idea. I really have no idea. Because
I don't know. I
you
mean,
could-
there's some theories out there.
there are some theories.
I'm gonna TLDR mine because
Okay.
we're gonna wrap it up here soon. I think it's all simulation. It's internet programming. Links is just spelled funny, but it literally means links, as in like website links. That's where I'm going with it, and that's everything.
What is that?
So that thing that I
Well,
just
because
kind of said.
nothing makes sense, and it does that on purpose because it's a fucking like a virus that's just fucking with the program. So it's just all low randoms, garbage.
So this entire thing is intentionally bullshit.
This entire thing, I think, is inside of the website where you said if you click on the house a bunch that it gets bigger and bigger. I think it's all kind of like something that's contained in that website, and it's just getting fucked with somehow. I'm probably very wrong, and I don't care. But I think it has
Jason
something
didn't
to
even
do-
go over the third section of the website.
No,
Yeah.
not even close.
More
I think it
videos.
has something to do with that.
But-
The fact that the house is on that website,
And
you get
honestly,
the outline
you know what?
of it.
Those 3 fucking hidden videos, they are so far fucking buried in this thing. You guys fucking figure it out. They're terrifying and they're amazing, but just remember the thing that I said earlier in part 1 about pressing number pad 3. That's all you fucking need to know. But those videos are fucking horrifying.
There's your homework, I guess.
Yes.
Cool.
Did we do it, guys?
Real or fake?
I think we might have done it.
Oh. Adult Swim.
Frackle.
Frake.
Rakes.
Well, here we go, everybody. Here's like a fucking 2.5-hour episode for you. You ever watch Lord of the Rings Extended Edition? Where's fucking Diluted Extended?
No, yeah, we
you want
just
the links
we
to
just
every-
hit 2 hours.
You want the links to everything? Go fuck yourself. DilutedPod.com. You know where it's at.
I'll make it less. It's fine.
Guys, we worked for this fucking paycheck if we had one. We don't though, so fucking stay paranoid. Listen to this bullshit. Do what you want with
Oh,
it, but
right.
also
The little like weird brain thing on
What?
the table in the first and foremost in the
Oh.
first
You're
episode.
just gonna start pulling in random.
Last thing, I was gonna bring this up from the
Well,
get-go, but on
see, I
that
had
where
a segue to fucking take us
that's
out.
fine,
but,
it's gone now.
Here you go.
That's fine, it's gone now. So on that episode where that video where the kid's like setting up his fucking birthday party for everybody, he's like touching everything and blowing on all the things and everything, spreading links, quote unquote, spreading links. And then there's that little like what looks like a brain and a thing that looks like you're supposed to be eating it. I think that's supposed to be like a thing where it's like hang on, I just wrote it down. I'm a fucking idiot.
Oh,
right
did
now.
you?
Yes, I did. I'm just a fucking moron.
Mike's like, let's keep this
it's supposed to
fucking
be like
short.
the drug is eating away at your brain because they're literally eating your brain and they're on the
Claridril.
drug. And yeah, they're literally eating the brain and they're on the drug.
It's
Boom, done.
Claridril.
Nailed it. Goodbye, everybody. We love you. Woo! Recording.
Yeah.
Diluted.
Are we done?
That's
Yes.
not
Are we
how
done
that
now?
works. You
Are
gotta
we done now?
fucking plug our shit.
I already did. I said you fucking figure out.
Stay paranoid.
DilutedPod.com.
Tell everybody to go fuck themselves.
DilutedPod.com. Go there. You got it. Done. Goodbye.
All right.
I guess we're done.
Yep.
Chocolate rain. Others falling, others feel the pain. Chocolate rain.
Don't look under the internet.
Hello, everyone. Now, I know we talk a whole heck of a lot about the spookiness and the creepiness on the internet and some of the mysteries that come on it, but you want to know something that's spooky, creepy, and mysterious? Why my insurance has gone up. I don't like that. So I hit up my buddy Miguel Salinas. He is a local Illinois and Wisconsin agent for Allstate, and I've known him since high school. He's a really swell guy. I gave him a call because I was super frustrated, and he gave me a quote the exact same day that I called him. And now I got this like super great coverage. It's wonderful for me. Chef's kiss. My buddy Miguel, you can find him again. He's an Illinois, Wisconsin insurance producer for Allstate. You give him a ring at 630-833-8100, and he'll get back to you the same day with a quote, just like he did for me. He works out of my hometown, Oswego. It's wonderful. He's a homeboy. He's got a dedicated house of customer service that is going to just help you out with anything that you need. They're going to give you that personal touch. It's lovely. Even if you don't like being on the phone for too often, you can email him, you can text him. He'll hook you up. Just hit him up at 630-833-8100 for all of your Allstate needs in the Illinois, Wisconsin area. He is the best. I love you, Miguel. Thank you for helping out. And thank you for calling him, people. Thank you. Orthon is pleased.